Hello and welcome. My name's Arthur McKeown and I'm here talking about the provision of Esol for refugees in a community setting. I work as a volunteer at the Belfast Unemployed Resource Centre. In the time available to me, I want to describe what we've been doing in Belfast and Lurgan to help people get started in English, and then challenge you with the opportunity to use a similar model locally. A couple of things at about the same time gave inspiration for the approach adopted. One was the Demos report about unlocking migrant capabilities, saving costs for public services, and promoting social cohesion. The other was a chance opportunity to see a notice on the Woodstock Road in Belfast offering English classes for free in an informal environment, and then discovering the work of Embrace NI. I was also aware that many of the commercially produced major courses from leading publishers were often too challenging for people who had started on their first steps to acquiring English. I use this slide to establish my own credentials and credibility, drawing attention to the work I did as a teacher trainer and centre manager on 3 different continents before moving to the University of Ulster. A particular asset is the work that had been developed by Jeff Mohammed and other colleagues in Tripoli over many years to provide a knowledge of basic grammar, vocabulary and pronunciation, and an introduction to the language skills for absolute beginners. The Tripoli programme was used with Hapani, Horn of Africa, People's Aid, Northern Ireland, at the Islamic Centre in Belfast, where a number of women from the Sudanese, Somali and other communities got started. When the Syrians arrived, we began a programme which was for adults, first in Belfast and then in Lurgan, and it's intended to give them the basis without teaching the work that they will cover when they get to college. The principles adopted in covering the language areas and the introduction to the language skills are based on a granular approach, breaking down presentations of new grammar and areas of vocabulary into digestible gobbets. A key point here is that we are not trying to do anyone else's job for them. Rather, we are trying to help provide the confidence as well as the knowledge and skills to progress to colleges or enter employment. By doing the teaching in a community environment, we are able to provide the tender, loving care that will help to give people confidence as they start to move on with their English. This slide provides a catalogue of the 8 elements that are covered in a typical lesson. It's by no means prescriptive, but does provide a reassuring structure within which individual learners can make progress. A significant contribution is made by the enthusiastic volunteers who work in a team teaching environment to provide several sessions a week, each for about 2 hours, and encourage lots of homework. Many of our teachers have pre-service training as English language teachers, either online or through the CELTA provided by International House. Each individual contributes an increasing amount to the lessons. We have created a compendium of material for use in 60 hours of face-to-face classroom teaching to help support the progression of learners into a more formal educational environment. There is also the possibility of providing a self-access centre where individual learners can come for further practice of grammar, vocabulary, or use dictionaries and get reading practice, all in a sympathetic environment. More information about not just the provision of Pre-Esol, but other activities that are delivered by the Belfast programme is available from our website. Please visit it at your convenience. We have also developed a Moodle environment to provide a virtual community for volunteers in many and various different places who can contribute to the work of the Belfast programme. Finally, I use this slide to provide contact details and to invite questions from those attending the face-to-face live presentation. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.